Ram, Amorex 134 at C35J, request pushback. Cleared for pushback Amorex 134. Ram, X Cargo 453 at G3, request pushback. Cleared for pushback X Cargo 453. Tower, Amorex 862 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, Amorex 862. Ground, Amorex 134 ready for taxi. Taxi to holding point Amorex 134. Ground, X Cargo 453 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 4 X Cargo 453. Ram, Amorex 66 at C27, request pushback. Cleared for pushback Amorex 66. Ram, Amorex 451 at C35M, request pushback. Cleared for pushback Amorex 451. Cleared for takeoff runway 4, X cargo 453. Tower, America 488 inbound for runway 1. Ground, AMRX 66 ready for taxi. Cleared to land runway 1, America 488. Taxi to holding point AMRX 66. Ran, Blue 343 at C28, request pushback. Contacting departure, X cargo 453. Cleared for pushback Blue 343. Cross runway 4, AMRX 134. Taxi to parking, AMRX 862. Ground, AMRX 451 ready for taxi. Taxi to holding point AMRX 451. Ram, Super Tug 172 at C35E, request pushback. Tower, AMRX 279 inbound for runway 1. Cleared for pushback Super Tug 172. Cleared to land runway 1, AMRX 279. Cross runway 1, AMRX 66. Cross runway 4, AMRX 66. Tower, AMRX 407 inbound for runway 33. Ground, Super Tug 172 at C35E ready for taxi. Taxi to C37 Super Tug 172. Cleared to land runway 33, AMRX 407. Taxi to parking, America 488. Ground, Blue 343 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 Blue 343. Ran, AMRX 955 at C35L, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMRX 955. Tower, AMRX 833 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMRX 833. Cross runway 1, AMRX 451. Cross runway 4, AMRX 451. Ran, America 385 at C45, request pushback. Taxi to parking, AMREX 279. Cleared for pushback America 385. Cross runway 4, blue 343. Ground, AMREX 955 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 AMREX 955. Tower, AMREX 87 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 87. Ran, AMREX 380 at C35H, request pushback. Taxi to parking, AMREX 407. Cleared for pushback AMREX 380. Tower, AMREX 245 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 245. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, blue 343. Ground, America 385 ready for taxi. Contacting departure, blue 343. Taxi to holding point, AMREX 833. Taxi to runway 1 America 385. Ran, AMREX 51 at C35, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 51. Tower, AMREX 808 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 808. Cross runway 33 and taxi to holding point, AMREX 833. Ground, AMREX 380 ready for taxi. Taxi to holding point AMREX 380. Taxi to parking, AMREX 87. Cross runway 4, AMREX 955. Ran, AMREX 157 at C40, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 157. Hold position, AMREX 380. Continue taxi, AMREX 380. Taxi to parking, AMREX 245. Tower, America 775 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, America 775. Cross runway 4, America 385. Tower, AMREX 961 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 961. Ground, AMREX 51 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 33 AMREX 51. Ran, AMREX 17 at C35O, request pushback. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, AMREX 955. Cleared for pushback AMREX 17. Contacting departure, AMREX 955. Tower, AMREX 788 inbound for runway 1. Ground, AMREX 157 ready for taxi. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 788. Taxi to parking, AMREX 808. Ran, America 548 at C39, request pushback. Cross runway 4, AMREX 380. Cleared for pushback America 548. Taxi to runway 4 AMREX 157. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, America 385. Cross runway 33 and taxi to parking, America 775. Ground, AMREX 17 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 AMREX 17. Ran, America 382 at C41, request pushback. Taxi to parking, AMREX 961. Contacting departure, America 385. Tower, AMREX 877 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 877. Tower, AMREX 460 inbound for runway 33. Cross runway 1, AMREX 51. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 460. Cross runway 4, AMREX 51. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, AMREX 380. Ground, America 548 ready for taxi. Hold position, AMREX 134. Taxi to runway 1 America 548. Ram, AMREX 463 at C23, request pushback. Contacting departure, AMREX 380. Tower, Blue 920 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, Blue 920. Continue taxi, AMREX 134. Cleared for pushback America 382. Taxi to parking, AMREX 788. Ram, America 754 at C32, request pushback. Taxi to parking, AMREX 877. Cleared for pushback America 754. Cleared for takeoff runway 4, AMREX 157. Contacting departure, AMREX 157. Taxi to parking, AMREX 460. Tower, AMREX 574 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 574. Tower, AMREX 920 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 920. Ram, Super Tug 651 at C36, request pushback. Cleared for takeoff runway 33, AMREX 51. Cleared for pushback Super Tug 651. Ground, America 382 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 America 382. Cross runway 4, AMREX 17. Cross runway 4, America 548. Ground, Super Tug 651 at C36 ready for taxi. Taxi to C35B Super Tug 651. Contacting departure, AMREX 51. Ground, America 754 ready for taxi. Cross runway 33 and taxi to parking, Blue 920. Taxi to runway 1 America 754. Tower, Amrex 982 inbound for runway 1. Hold position, Amrex 451. Hold position, Blue 920. Continue taxi, Amrex 451. Cleared to land runway 1, Amrex 982. Continue taxi, Blue 920. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, Amrex 134. Cross runway 4, America 754. Cross runway 4, America 382. Taxi to parking, Amrex 574. Contacting departure, Amrex 134. Tower, Blue 87 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, Blue 87. Tower, Amrex 761 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, Amrex 761. Cleared for takeoff runway 33, Amrex 66. Taxi to parking, Amrex 920. Taxi to parking, Amrex 982. Contacting departure, Amrex 66. Tower, Amrex 377 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, Amrex 377. Line up and wait runway 33, AMREX 451. Taxi to parking, Blue 87. AMREX 377, go around. Fly published missed approach. Contacting departure, AMREX 377. Go around and fly published missed approach, AMREX 377. Cleared for takeoff runway 33, AMREX 451. Taxi to parking, AMREX 761. Contacting departure, AMREX 451. Tower, X-Cargo 356 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, X-Cargo 356. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, AMREX 17. Tower, AMREX 97 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 97. Contacting departure, AMREX 17. Tower, America 686 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, America 686. Cleared for pushback AMREX 463. Taxi to parking, X-Cargo 356. Taxi to parking, AMREX 97. Tower, AMREX 924 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 924. Tower, AMREX 379 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 379. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, America 548. Ground, AMREX 463 ready for taxi. Contacting departure, America 548. Taxi to runway 4 AMREX 463. Tower, X Cargo 735 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, X Cargo 735. Taxi to parking, America 686. Taxi to parking, AMREX 924. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, America 754. Ran, AMREX 862 at C25, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 862. Contacting departure, America 754. Taxi to parking, AMREX 379. Tower, America 95 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, America 95. Tower, AMREX 268 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 268. Taxi to parking, X cargo 735. Tower, AMREX 692 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 692. Ground, AMREX 862 ready for taxi. Taxi to holding point AMREX 862. RAN, AMREX 172 at C37, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 172. RAN, AMREX 279 at C35F, request pushback. Cleared for takeoff runway 1, America 382. Cleared for pushback AMREX 279. Cross runway 33 and taxi to parking, America 95. Contacting departure, America 382. Taxi to parking, AMREX 268. Tower, America 565 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1. Tower, X cargo 553 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, X cargo 553. Cross runway 4, AMREX 862. Cleared for takeoff runway 4, AMREX 463. Ground, AMREX 172 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 33 AMREX 172. Taxi to parking, AMREX 692. Ground, AMREX 279 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 AMREX 279. Contacting departure, AMREX 463. Tower, AMREX 592 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 592. RAN, AMREX 407 at C38, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 407. Ran, America 488 at C-33, request pushback. Cleared for pushback America 488. Ran, AMREX 87 at C-35E, request pushback. Taxi to parking, America 565. Hold position, AMREX 279. Cleared for pushback AMREX 87. Continue taxi, AMREX 279. Tower, America 639 inbound for runway 1. Cross runway 33 and taxi to parking, AMREX 833. Cleared to land runway 1, America 639. Cross runway 1, AMREX 172. Cross runway 4, AMREX 172. Tower, AMREX 734 inbound for runway 33. Cleared to land runway 33, AMREX 734. Taxi to holding point, AMREX 592. Ground, AMREX 407 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 33 AMREX 407. Cross runway 33 and taxi to holding point, AMREX 592. Ground, America 488 ready for taxi. Ground, AMREX 87 ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 1 America 488. Taxi to runway 1 AMREX 87. Taxi to parking, X-Cargo 553. Ran, AMREX 245 at C30, request pushback. Cleared for pushback AMREX 245. Tower, AMREX 143 inbound for runway 1. Cleared to land runway 1, AMREX 143. Cross runway 4, AMREX 279.